Let's go. What's
Alright.
good? Well said, Devin.
Who's in?
Alright.
I think that's a good enough intro right there.
Yeah.
Alright, you know what it is. It's the
Convenience Store Podcast. We got 3 members. It's me, Griffen, and it's Devin and Daniel.
yes sir.
That's what it is.
Who
is?
What it is.
If you want to come visit us, I'm gonna dox us right now. We live in an urban area. So,
Bro, you can't see that.
Outside of the United States.
No, we just live in an urban area.
We live in Jerusalem too.
No, we live in Jerusalem. Like the Jerusalem.
We live in
You know the
Residents
box
of
at Mecca?
Jerusalem.
We live inside of that.
we are
My
Jerusalem.
Dude, what if there
We
was
live
like a sick ass crib in there? And like
That-
you just had to sneak out to get stuff you wanted.
I feel like if you live inside of the, I feel really disrespectful since I can't think of the name, and I know it's a lot more significant than the box. But if you
Roddy
live
Ricch
in, I feel like if you
invented
live inside
Islam.
Roddy Rich's box in Mecca, then you shouldn't have to sneak out of it to get stuff. Like, people should definitely be just delivering things constantly to you.
No, but like you're not supposed to live there. So there's someone just dug a underground tunnel into the box, into Roddy the box at Mecca.
They put a stick in the box.
Yeah. And then they dug a hole so you can dig into the city to get like go through your daily activities. And
Yo,
you're
I
just a
wonder.
normal citizen, but no one knows where you live because you actually live in the box, and there's just a massive mansion in there.
I wonder if that's what inspired Roddy Ricch to make that song.
I feel like it has
I
to
talked
be.
to him the other day.
Yeah, I was talking with Roddy. That's I never took the time to think about how weird Roddy is for a rapper name, for like the first name, Roddy.
You realize
Is
that?
that his name?
No, I don't think it's his real name, but that's his what's it called? Stage name.
Yeah,
He spells rich with like 2 R's or 2 C's.
No, 2 C's.
I didn't know that.
That's really weird to me.
Why did
You didn't know that?
No, that's weird.
I guess I'm just the smartest one here.
I mean,
I'm the most
that.
educated
like Lil
on
Baby
box.
In that, like
Educated.
a more attractive version of Lil Baby.
Also darker and I think shorter.
Yeah, but he's like Lil
He's just
Baby's attractive brother.
Little
Yes.
Baby.
Well, I guess he's kind of like that vocally, like sonically speaking and visually speaking. That's not like a super crazy comparison. Maybe he's just average sized baby as opposed to little baby.
Hold on, I got
He's just baby.
I got these 2 images that
Baby.
making the same face, except Roddy Ricch is like making this sultry, like seductive stare at the camera, and Lil Baby just looks like he's off 3 perks.
Lil Baby, okay, I'm sorry, like, I don't like to say mean things, even though celebrities would never
Lil
know
Baby
you said it.
is
Like,
a
it's
big
just.
fan. Maybe you better not say this.
But like, when people say he looks like a Rottweiler, I can't disagree. Like, he looks like a Rottweiler.
Fact.
It's really weird.
Yeah, he kind of. Okay, I just posted the first one.
I saw a meme where it was like, Lil Baby looks like the type of dude to make his animal crackers fight before he eats them.
That's tough. Alright, so yeah, so there's
I agree
our
on the animal crackers statement.
there's our brief discussion on Mecca, Roddy Rich, and Lil Baby.
I just realized how we got to this.
Yeah, that was a good start.
But
We
yeah, we
really
got to
into
this
it right away.
from we're like, so what if someone lived inside the box in Mecca,
we
bro?
get the flow today.
Had to switch the flow up.
Yo, that relates because we're talking about rappers.
Rappers.
Not my Roderick.
Roderick
Rich.
Roderick Wayne. Well, that's why it's Roddy, because his name is Roderick.
Yo,
He also looks like
Roderick
one of our dogs.
rules.
I feel like that's gotta be a thing on like just Google, like a Roderick Rich image.
Roderick Rich. But yeah, I feel like Lil
Well, not-
Baby and Roddy Rich, they're just the strange looking brothers. Lil Baby seriously does kind of look like a Rottweiler. And then Roddy Rich is a very normal looking dude. Like, I feel like he's fairly attractive, but he makes such weird looks in all his
Yeah.
pictures. Like, he looks. It's like you said, it's like kind of sultry but kind of seductive, and sometimes his like stance too when there's a full body picture, like he just looks weirdly out of place even if it's a picture specifically of him.
Yeah, he's either making like a sexy face or an angry face.
And but also his stance too,
the
like he just is
outro-
kind of weird.
The outro part of the box music video just looks so out of place for the level of like the epicness of the outro. He's just standing in a glass box in a museum. It's just a tiny Roddy Rich in a glass box in the museum.
Or the music video, not even just the outro.
All right,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch the music video.
He's literally like look up Roderick Rich. That's probably not just that comes up with that, but literally
I mean,
just,
I saw
in
the
the
pictures,
thumbnail.
like all those, and all those rap accounts on like Instagram that are like
he's literally
new video by Roddy Rich,
yeah,
the
but
box music video official.
it's just so out of place, and it kind of made me laugh.
Yeah, I mean, isn't the video like kind of choicidly cheesy a little bit?
Probably, I'm not sure.
Yeah, because they just mix like there's basketball, there's street racing, there's a museum where he's a little guy.
Yeah, he's
go
Lil
through
Roderick. There's
Okay.
Lil Baby and Lil Roderick.
Who's the person? Who's the girl who like starts the race? Because I'm pretty sure I've seen her on some sort of website before.
Ooh.
Let me brush up on my knowledge real quick.
I'm a 2020 president
Someone ID that
candidate.
for me. So you got street racing, you got a basketball game, you got sharks.
Well, I mean, he puts his arm in the rim.
Sharks and a waterbed.
He puts his whole arm in the
Oh
rim.
yeah, I forgot
Carter.
that. I saw that on the Instagram things too. Like he's just floating over a bunch of sharks.
And then you got the presidency. Then you got
Yeah.
and then there's, if you think about it, he could be a 2020 president candidate. All you have to do is say that you're a 2020 president candidate, and you are.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly. And
that could have been
if
a
he
campaign
ran as a
announcement.
Republican, then he would actually only have to debate with Trump. So I mean, there wouldn't be much work for him to do. I guess for the Democrats, it's only 3 or 4. I mean, 4. Well, I don't know if I'd count Bloomberg as Democrat, but whatever. They have 4 people for the debates.
I feel like Roddy Rich, if he was in a debate with Trump, would I don't know. That just seems.
Well, I don't think he would qualify for the debates.
Well,
I think it's a little bit late for him to get any delegates.
no, but I just feel like that would, I don't know, like it's two very out of place candidates.
I mean,
can't you vote
Trump
for
used
whoever
to
you
be
want?
out of place, but now he's
I
been
mean,
president, so
yeah, but you know what I mean.
yeah.
You could, if everyone, I don't think he would win, but what if like literally every vote for the Republicans from now on was Roddy Rich?
Roderick Ridge, his government name. But I mean, yeah, isn't that a thing? Because there was that meme where it's like a person crossed out every candidate, and then in the blank they wrote "gang weed," and then it's like a picture of the Joker, and it's like the two-party system fears this.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
yeah, you can vote for dropped out. You can literally vote for anyone. You don't have to vote for any.
yeah. If we
But
just had everyone vote for Roddy Rich, then
isn't technically Roddy Rich a presidential candidate if you can just declare your run for president? And he did. He said, "I
yeah, he
am
said,
a,"
"I'm a president.
and he
I'm a
never said,
2020 president candidate."
and he never said like, "I was just joking about that. I'm not actually running for president."
Yeah, he even put himself in a video where he's behind a podium and there's a presidential seal or whatever that's called. So I'd say it's pretty safe to say that he has the nomination.
I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that he is the president now.
Yeah, I think Roddy Rich. I think he just took over the presidency. Trump just handed it to him. He literally is the sitting president at the moment.
Fun fact: Roddy Rich has
You got to
been the
be
president
35
for
years
about,
old.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's such a dumb policy.
You have to be
I
a
think
boomer.
I
Mm-hmm.
I think you definitely should be like have a fully developed brain, but I feel like they should bump it down from 35 to like 25.
Well, I don't know. I would say like maybe 30 or like 28 or something. Because, like, isn't it like your brain doesn't even fully develop till you're 25 or something? And that's like, I mean, I don't think there'd be many 25-year-old candidates anyway. Because most people who run for president are still in school at that time.
Yeah, that I guess that's a good point. But I mean, just like hypothetically, since now we do have not a actually someone educated in politics, but a celebrity as
Yeah.
president, I feel like I don't know. I don't really want more people that all of their praise is because they're famous to be president, but like hypothetically, if we're gonna allow for more celebrity presidents, then we might as well bump down the age. Plus, also don't because I know that was a thing girls would say in like fourth grade. They'd be like, well, girls' brains develop faster, and so we're more mature. But I feel like I'm pretty sure it is a thing. Like women's brains are fully developed sooner than a man's, like on average.
Oh my God, you're so sexist. This is a double standard.
I mean,
Yeah, no, I think that's true.
it kind of whatever.
It's just because ours are so much significantly more powerful. We need
Oh,
more
yeah,
time
of
to
course.
develop. You know
Easily.
that's how it works.
Yeah, like they just can't compete. Like they're fully developed faster, but they're still in like the toddler stage.
They've
When
developed
we're
to like the beta download
yeah.
of human intelligence. We take longer to download, but then we have like we're on the like newest. We're on the Mac OS Sierra of human intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just like to preface what we're saying, or go on the record, is terminology, by saying we're not joking. We all hate it.
Yeah,
If
we are
you're a woman,
sponsored by male supremacy.
We are sponsored by
If-
racism. The game.
if you're a woman, uh, Get off this podcast.
No, listen to the podcast. They can support us. They just can't
Alright.
be
Yeah,
featured.
they can give
in
us
it.
money. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
No, actually, give us money. You have to because you're a
Yeah.
woman.
yeah. You have to give us more money than a man would on average.
Oh yeah, just so we can increase not really the wage gap, but the wealth inequality.
Yeah, our goal in this podcast is essentially because we're sponsored by racism too, as Devin said. So, or was that Daniel? But whatever.
That was
So
Daniel.
basically, our our goals are just to sort of like reverse all progress that has been made socially in terms of like civil rights. We're just sort of peeling back on that.
Yeah,
Each publication of an episode of the podcast, a civil rights movement passes away.
fact.
We're just like the Grim Reaper. We're the three-headed Grim Reaper of social development for more rights for everyone and equality.
Yeah, I mean,
The CEO of inequality.
last last podcast we were like,
Yeah, we're talking about.
we were talking about Hitler pretty much, and then this episode was just women are bad.
Oh yeah,
I mean, one of our episodes
we like
is
to be
titled.
versatile with our political.
One of
Yeah,
our episodes
we're
is titled race.
versatile. We just our flow game is crazy. Sometimes we just have to hit them, like hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
You
Let
know,
me
one day
switch the
we're just
flow
a
up.
social justice activist, and the other day we're violently racist. That's just kind of how
Yeah,
we get down.
I mean-
like I'm a big Bernie guy, but I feel like racism, sexism, homophobia, they're all endorsed. If Bernie Sanders was racist and homophobic and sexist and wanted to give all the money to the top 1%, he would be the ideal Democratic candidate.
You
I mean-
know, if Bernie Sanders was like, okay, if you think about it, Hitler is just racist Bernie Sanders. Let's be
Racist Bernie.
so you know, I think that's who I'm voting for.
Yeah, exactly.
If you think about it, yeah.
If you really,
If
if you think about it like so hard
If
that
you
you
give it
have
a
a
good
brain
thinking over.
aneurysm and you just lose all fundamental brain skills, then it'll all make sense.
If you ascend past the barriers of our societal
That's what
beliefs,
happens when you have a brain aneurysm. You ascend beyond intelligence. That's definitely what happens. It's
I've
a
never
preferable
I've
situation.
never met a smarter person than a brain aneurysm survivor. Can you survive a brain aneurysm?
I don't even know. I feel like that's happened, but I feel like it's got to be like someone who's lived through multiple severe strokes. Like they're not even really much of a person anymore. They're kind of like a limp, half.
So I think what we're saying is
functioning.
disabled people aren't people and they don't deserve human rights.
yeah.
Yeah, that's also a policy that Bernie should have to be the ideal Democratic candidate.
I feel like
I
Would
think
you-
he would be ideal candidate if he was just racist.
I feel like Bernie
Yeah.
would be
Like, if
the
he was just-
ideal candidate if he hated just everybody.
I just
general.
I just don't want anything good ever. Like I just hate everyone and everything, and I quite literally want to experience the entire planet burning and
Feel the
everyone
burn.
dying. That's actually why I support Bernie, because metaphorically he's the only candidate I can get behind.
Yeah, I want to feel the burn. We need a candidate that will soak the entire planet up from space. We'll have the space station that NASA has just constantly dumping millions, billions, trillions of tons of gas, and then we're gonna burn the entire planet.
This could be
Let's
a little bit
go.
controversial, but I think it's safe to say we need a candidate.
That's
Yeah, this is gonna be probably more controversial than us joking about literally being racist, homophobic, sexist, and against disabled rights. But I feel like for the presidential race, we should have a candidate.
I agree, but I think we're gonna get a lot of flack for that one.
there's an aspect to that I disagree with, but overall I think it's a logical deduction.
If you think about it, there are a lot of like anarchists and libertarians, so that's not actually a widely accepted.
Yeah, there's like 5% of the population that would be offended by that.
I think
I mean, it's probably a big percent. There's a lot of people who think all forms of government should not exist.
I think that we need people.
That's just fucking ridiculous. I don't know where you're getting that from.
We just need a candidate. Like if it was a centipede or a monkey or something, like we just need
literally
a
what
candidate.
evidence do you have that we need a person
Yeah, exactly.
at all on the planet?
That's a good point, actually.
We need to.
Sounds like you're a person supremacist to me. Is what it sounds like to me. Is what it
Yeah.
I love how we're offended by human supremacy, but not racism, sexism, homophobia. Like we don't care about rights for any people. But if you're gonna disrespect Sir Centipede as a possibility of president, then that's just too far for us.
It is too far. I don't think that's an unfair statement, to be honest.
Yeah. Sir Centipede 2020.
I'm gonna be honest. My LED lights broke and the vibe is off.
I'm gonna be honest.
No, that's stupid. I just
no.
You're saying a lot of stuff that I don't agree with.
I don't know if I can be on this podcast
That's
anymore.
Disgusting, honestly. That's repulsive that you would say that.
I don't know how I even talk to you. How am I in the same Discord call?
Okay, well, let me build on that statement, okay?
No.
No.
I'm done with this.
This is stupid, bro. I think you're joking, but it just is really not sitting right with me, and there's nothing you can convince me otherwise with. You're just wrong. I hope I'm not confident that you are.
I'm a little bit disappointed that I'm just 1 out of 3 to have this opinion. We're gonna get a copyright claim.
Yeah, please don't do that.
All right, Alexa, stop. It didn't let me. Alexa, stop.
I love how
we
literally in the call, all that we hear is.
We're literally. It's not worth it to get a strike at this point in our channel's discography.
Yeah, that's facts. Discographizzle. Discography.
Yo, speaking of discography.
Alright, we should probably get past this just not like saying anything that makes sense. So I actually have something I want to bring up. 10th it's a bit early, but the 10th episode is coming up. That's a thing that's going to happen.
Is it?
No,
it's 8. This is 8, right?
Yeah, this is 8. So
yo, that's crazy.
I don't know. I feel like we should plan something a little bit special at least. Right?
Yeah. I think that we should just get on like an unholy amount of guests.
That's
for
what
the
I was
10th
thinking.
episode.
I thought
we should have an episode.
Every guest we've had.
Every guest we've had plus like hundreds of thousands more.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought you were gonna say
That's
unholy
fire.
amounts of drugs, and I was gonna be down for that. But you know,
Is your default like? Is there some place you heard someone say unholy amount of drugs, and then it's just like burned into your brain?
no, that's just where my mind went. Honestly, is any amount of drugs holy?
I guess. Well, alcohol is a drug, right? And that's not like
Yeah.
that. Oh, I mean, it's haram, but like as far as Christianity goes, that's not. It's not like considered like sinful.
Unless you drink it in a place of worship, right? I don't know.
Yo, Bernie just won Colorado.
Let's go.
I mean, he
baby. But
won
that's not
Vermont,
surprising.
but that's
Yeah.
not surprising at all.
It's not surprising he won out of those places, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because they wait.
Although
Never
isn't
mind.
Colorado purple actually, not blue?
Yeah, I think Colorado is purple, but I think
I'm pretty sure
isn't-
Colorado is a mixture of colors. Actually,
That is what purple would
Yeah,
be.
that's
no. I mean, like in general, there's like multiple different hues in Colorado. Like
Oh yeah.
there's some
different
green in there.
hues.
There's some green in there. There's some I want to say orange. I feel like there's some a little bit of yellow.
Orange
I can't
party.
get behind that, to be honest.
I mean, not even just parties, just in general. Like there are different
They
colors.
just have representatives of colors and shades.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
I'm really not surprised about Colorado or Vermont because Vermont's his home state, and then Colorado. I think Bernie's like by far most in support of recreational use of marijuana, isn't he? Like
yeah, Joe
opposed
Biden's
to
like against it, basically.
yeah, I think Biden's like against it. I don't know about Warren, but I know she's not like strongly for it like Bernie is. And then Bloomberg likes to arrest black people for having any amount of marijuana. So
Yeah,
we know
Bloomberg
his
is
stance on
just
that.
That's one of his favorite pastimes.
I feel like Bloomberg might be more harmful than Trump because he'd like do shit, you know.
So we're gonna get into this conversation.
Uh,
I feel like we
Maybe not.
it's too
Maybe
far
not.
at this point because we already kind of
Yeah.
did.
yeah, you know,
I mean-
I agree because it's like Trump's just really kind of stupid. But Bloomberg has like sort of all the same problems, like the sexual assault allegations and the prejudice and stuff, except he actually is very smart. Like, it's pretty obvious that he's a shifty dude who knows his way around things since he managed to make $62 billion.
right.
I mean, but Trump is also a billionaire.
Yeah, but he didn't do it as effectively as.
Yeah. He had a lot of failed businesses.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like politics is too far at this point because we kind of talked about how
I don't think
racism is
it's
good
yeah.
and homophobia is good and how like
Well, it's not a secret that we are all leftoids at this point.
yeah. I
It
mean,
is.
but I feel like if
How
we're gonna,
far left, maybe. Is it?
I feel like Bernie, like that topic is way too far. But I feel like homophobia is good and like you know.
Oh yeah, but I love homophobia. No, I don't.
Right.
Yeah, I just
Honestly, homophobia is straight up annoying, dude. Swear to God.
I mean,
Yo, ISIS,
look,
just stop.
I'm
it.
sorry, but houses are
What the
just
fuck
very
is even a
menacing.
house?
like
What
a
is that?
home definitely gives me phobia.
Oh shit! I didn't even think of that one, buddy.
I love the. Have you seen the picture of a house that's painted
No.
rainbow and it's like
I
this
didn't
is
catch
the
that. I
home
got-
of sexuals going gay ass. I love that so much.
It's so stupid.
This is the home of sexuals.
Bro, I hate the vibe in my room right now. I don't know how to get rid of it.
What does that even mean?
I
I'm
hate the vibe in my room. His room is just terrorizing him right now, Daniel. You don't understand, Devin. This is like that horror movie where I think it's Nick Cage actually, but he's like stuck in a hotel room that's haunted by a ghost, and the ghost like freezes everything because ghosts have the ability to make ice apparently. And Nick
Have
Cage
you
gets
never
like
seen Batman?
frozen into this hotel room, and he just is like losing his mind, stuck in this frozen room. I think that's what's happening to Devin right now.
Yo, okay, no, the reason is
The vibe
fluorescent lights is made
messing
by
me
the
up.
government to suppress people and make them feel uncomfortable in their own homes. And so without the LED lights, I only have the fluorescents. And so it's making it. I was free from the government for so long, and now I'm not used to this mind control, and it's freaking me out.
It's freaking me out too. I'm worried
Yeah,
for you, pal.
it's scaring me through Discord. I can feel the vibe seeping in.
Ooh, yeah, no, I don't like this either.
What are you even talking about?
Yeah, are you?
I'm turning on and
You're
off
saying
various
this like
lights.
there's different. You have several different lighting options in your room,
I have a lamp, I have like overhead lights, and then I have other lights that are more
but aren't they
ground
all
level.
fluorescent lights?
No, one is LED, but not like colored LEDs, and it's just one LED, and I don't like this.
The singular LED.
I think I'm just gonna take the overhead lights for now.
The singular LED is worse than no LEDs that have color, honestly. Like, the singular LED is just menacing.
I don't understand what we're talking about at this point.
Well, I know Devin feels me. Devin
Like,
understands.
One LED diode, like one diode.
Yeah, one LED. Because Devin said there's the singular LED.
Oh,
Like, that's just too scary to even consider
honest.
using that light.
I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
The isolated ED.
Erectile dysfunction.
I don't know why I
I've
cut out the
experienced
L.
isolated.
Like I could replace isolated with L. Then it would be IED.
I love IED.
Got the IED lights.
This is my face when.
MFW IED.
Same. All right, I feel like we should talk about like
I feel like if someone who wasn't in this call, like feeling this sort of vibe, just listened back on it or listened all the way through and then just reflected on it, I feel like it would be like looking back on a stroke if you could remember what it felt like when you had a stroke.
That's
like
true.
I feel like that's what
Let's
the
get to some of our
amalgamation.
topics we had.
So we had Super Tuesday, which I guess we kind of talked about a little bit. Bernie won Colorado and so far. I'm assuming he'll have at least a couple more because there's like 13 states up for grabs.
Up for grabs. I might have to swoop in and take one of them.
I think Roderick Rich is gonna have to cop some.
That's true. For sure.
Well, we can't have
sure,
another
for sure.
billionaire in office like Roderick Rich.
Oh, that's true.
We can't have another candidate that is continuously putting sticks in the box.
We can't have another candidate.
Anarchy.
That's kind of what I was talking about earlier, bud.
Yeah, I didn't say it wasn't.
I
But
don't know why I said that so so aggressively.
yeah,
That's what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, bud.
oh man, I can't remember who it is, but at my middle school, there was a staff member that would. I can't remember who it was now, but he would always be like, "Hey, bud. Hey, bud." Like it was just so weird. It was like distinct too. He'd walk up, he might give like a little tap on the shoulder, like, "Hey, bud.
Hey, bud.
Hey, bud."
All right. You want to talk about that album, right?
Oh yeah, "Man Alive" by King Cruel is easily the best album of the entire decade so far. We're
I did.
2 full months in, and I was like, oh my goodness. I think it's gonna be an important album for the 2020s. That's my prediction. I'm putting all my chips in right now. I'm predicting just 2 full months into the decade that this is gonna be one of the most important indie albums of the 2020s.
Damn. I mean, I didn't get a super good listen to it because I just listened to it throughout my day, but so I
Mm-hmm.
was like analyzing it deeply, but I really enjoyed it. I thought the sound was great.
Double.
I mean, that's the focus, I think. I mean, I know there's like some thematic stuff
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the like important thematic stuff in the lyrics, but
Uh huh.
sound of it, which is mainly what I heard, is really intriguing.
Yeah,
Kind
yeah.
of
That's
like,
what,
kind of,
because it's not like a completely new sound throughout the entire thing, or like the themes are absolutely insane. But I feel like he definitely took things in. I feel like Andy took things. I'm pretty sure that's what he goes by. It's like Andy something for his real name, but whatever. King Cruel dude. I feel like he definitely took things in a refreshing direction, because like the sounds, I gotta say, I thought it was absolutely top tier how just perfectly the actual lyrical content fit with the sonics of it. Like when it's getting a little bit romantic, it's sort of sweet, it's almost kind of upbeat a little bit, but also it sort of deviates back to his darker tone where he's talking about like the media manipulation and people getting misinformation and it changing
yeah.
people's views and stuff. Like the album, the tone of the sound just works with the tone of the actual themes and ideas. Like they just go hand in hand so well, and it's just like whenever it sort of shifts sonically, then he comes back in and sort of delivers with the second punch lyrically too. Everything just shifts so well together.
I can't really, speak on the lyrics, but I
Mm-hmm.
definitely noticed like the sonic shifts and the overall, like, I don't know, I the darkness of it was really well portrayed.
Yeah, yeah. And also, it's like there were some specific tracks that really stood out too. Like I think the instrumentals, it wasn't like super original, but he just had some like combinations of ideas too that I think definitely are at the very least refreshing. Like the saxophone solos that came in, who does saxophone solos anymore? But he came in with that
Me.
and he killed it. Like other than Devin, as he just said, nobody does
Yeah,
saxophone solos. But
exactly.
he came in, and the saxophone solos were super weird too. The first one that came in, it almost sounded like someone screaming at the start because he just hit the notes so loudly. But like, it just works so well when the saxophone is fitting a dark tone. The saxophone is scary, but when it's in like a lighter song, it's kind of pleasant, a little bit sort of like a happy jazzy kind of vibe, at least for me. Like I feel like also, even though this is such a subtle detail on airport and antenatal airplane, however you would say that, is kind of a weird word, but like he brings kind of like the Drake dance hall kind of drums for the song, and it's like a super lo-fi indie, like really warped, pitch down sample based song with really kind of dreamy instrumentals. Like it's super lo-fi and stuff, but he brings in like the kind of, it really does remind me of like the Drake dance hall kind of stuff, but he makes that combination work nicely. Like I feel like the instrumentals are just, they have a lot of really subtle elements that keep it sort of unique, and then the instrumentals work so well with the themes and stuff. Like it's just really top tier.
Yeah. Merger.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get a super great listen to it, so I can't contribute as much. So
Yeah.
I mean, I know you want to talk about it. I'll probably give it another listen. But
Yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say. I just think the instrumentals were phenomenal and also sort of gave everything a nice new sound. The theme, it's mostly like media manipulation and like false information and stuff. So it's not something that's never been touched, but it's not like a super common theme either. So everything about it is really refreshing and it works together so well. Like I just think it's an absolutely phenomenal album.
Oh boy.
But yeah, I just really wanted to say that because now I have some sort of like audio proof for the future.
Oh yeah, calling
Like
it
I
out.
said, I'm going all chips in. I'm predicting March 3rd, 2020. This will be seen as one of the most important indie albums of the decade. Like later on, I'm putting in all my chips now. That's my prediction. I think there will
Or how many chips?
definitely be better albums made in the coming decade, but I think it'll be one of the best and very important.
How many chips is all your chips?
I don't even know. I feel like in movies, like I'm picturing Casino Royale, where James Bond puts in all his chips. I feel like it's like 50, 60, 70 when they have, or wait, can it go infinitely?
I don't know.
Because like a chip represents a certain amount.
I don't know about casino.
But isn't that how it works? Like a
Oh, yeah.
chip represents a certain amount of money, and different chips are different amounts. And like some chips are worth something crazy like 10 grand. So
Yeah, because
even
it's like
if
poker, right, or whatever. So
yeah. So like even though 5 chips doesn't look like a lot, someone could put in 5 of those special chips and they're putting in 50 grand.
So what
I really feel like that's how it works.
you're putting the entirety of your wealth on
Yeah.
this album, and you will give it to someone if you are wrong.
All of my metaphorical gambling wealth, I'm putting it all in.
No, like your actual wealth.
I'm sacrificing everything. But yeah, I'm saying now this is my prediction, I guess. I definitely think, I'd say it's guaranteed there will be better albums made in the coming decade. There will be more revolutionary albums made, but this will be one of the best and definitely an important one. Like I think it'll stand the test of time and be looked back on as an important album.
You know what else is an important musical thing? Does Mickey Mouse by Inverted Death Grips.
Yes.
It's not talked about enough.
I'd say it's almost on the level of Man Alive for me. Like the singular song is almost on par with the entire album.
Yeah.
what we're saying is, go listen to our song.
Yeah. The main takeaway from this is, in my opinion, and I talk a lot about music. I have very strong music opinions, and the main takeaway from me, if you're listening, is "Man Alive" by King Cruel is easily the best album to come out in 2020 so far, and Inverted Death Grips, Mickey Mouse is probably the best song to come out since the Barack Obama diss track.
I think that's fair. You know, the Barack Obama diss track is pretty good.
I feel like if you search Barack Obama diss track, like I totally just came up with that out of nowhere, but I feel like there's got to be like thousands of Barack Obama diss tracks that are like 90% jokes.
And then there's just one by this like really angry conservative.
Oh, there's plenty of those. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that it might not even be like 90-10. It's probably like 60-40.
Yeah.
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 But the best part is you probably can't tell the ironic ones from the non-ironic ones.
Yeah, that's really true, actually. I'm willing to bet, honestly, some of the ironic ones are probably more offensive than the unironic ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one that's on Instagram Music, though, like the IG Music. If you make a story and add music, there's like an Obama diss, and he's like, it's to the beat. I love it so much. It's definitely ironic because it's to the beat of the Macklemore song "Thrift Shop," and it's like he's like, it's like, oh man, I can't remember much of it, but he says something like, "I'm gonna smoke crack and I'm Blackistan," or something like that. Like it's just so ridiculous, but it's
Alexa.
hilarious.
Play Alexa. Play Alexa. What?
Alexa abandoned you.
Hold up, let me find the specific
Alexa,
one on IG
Play
Music
Obama
so you know
diss track.
know which one to request.
Find the song Obama diss track.
Okay, she can't find it.
I don't know if it's called Obama diss track. I just searched Obama, it came up. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, it's called "I'm Obama" and it's by Rucka Rucka Ali.
Wait, repeat that.
It's called "I'm Obama" by Rucka Rucka Ali.
All right, Alexa,
Obama.
play "I'm Obama."
I'm Obama by Rucka Rucka.
Let's go.
What if it's copyrighted, man?
There's no way it's copyrighted.
You don't know.
Whoever copyrighted that, like if there's a legitimate record label that could copy strike something that copyright approved that, they should all be in prison.
I agree.
Yo, this is kind of fire.
It sounds so weird on the Discord call. It's like super compressed. It just sounds like
Yeah. Correct.
It's Obama, die, I think.
Obama, die. Obama, die. Obama, die.
I'm a little fucking lazy. Get high with crazy. Give a raise. Pays me. Happy with the sandwich at the pants. Shit. On the shelf, it was 99 cents. I'm just gonna pocket shit. Chicken bits and chocolate chips.
But is this supposed to be Obama?
I guess.
Yeah.
I think the I'm
So
Black
it's
is part
Obama's
is coming
diss
out.
track.
Yeah, there. Smoke crack and now I'm Blackistan.
I'm Blackistan.
I don't understand why.
I know. Why does this exist?
It's not even like if it's supposed to be Obama talking. What? That's not even an Obama impression.
You just don't understand.
We're not on the same wavelength, buddy.
That's true, honestly.
You're not in I'm
Smoke
Blackistan.
crack and I'm Blackistan.
I'm Blackistan is my
You
favorite.
said something about chicken nuggets? It's a foursome, apparently.
I'm Blackistan. I am Blackistan.
I feel like I'm not even done with the song, but I feel like
Born in Chicago. It's so
the
just
song's not even
I
over.
think
But
we should move on to something else.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay. I just want to Alexa.
We
Stop.
stretched this out quite a bit.
I just want to rate this song. That this is on the level of the album, and I feel like the music industry can never amount to anything near that. Honestly.
Yeah. Let's look at some topics from Twitter.
Let's do it.
Bro, okay, the Super Tuesday results are in. Mike Bloomberg won the American territory of American Samoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even understand why that happened.
Yeah, I know. Why does
Six
this
delegates.
appeal to American Samoa? Do you think he just offered everyone on that island he's like, here's $50, and they're like, yo,
It's fake. They didn't even vote. It just defaulted to him out of pity.
they just feel bad for him. Even though no one even I can't even think of a single thing in American Samoa. They're just disregarded by America, but they still felt bad for him. They're like, man, somebody's got to give him some votes, I guess. They just have an excessive amount of sympathy, and they're like, this Mike Bloomberg guy is not doing too hot.
Yeah. All right.
That's on Pakistan.
So weren't there 13 states involved in Super Tuesday? Because so far all I've seen is the thing said that Super Tuesday results are in, but all it said was Virginia, Vermont, Colorado, and American Samoa.
There's more states than that. I'm pretty sure Minnesota is part of it, right?
Yeah, Minnesota is one of them. Oh, wait. I don't know if we really want to put much emphasis on Minnesota. I guess that's...
Well, it's just a state. There's at least a few million people here. I don't think that.
Nah, there's at least
I think it's
here.
I think
if
at
anyone
the
was
moment it's
dedicated
just
to
short
doxing
of
us, they
6
would be able to
million.
do it.
I mean, we could dox the metro area and never know the effects, but
Yeah, if someone wanted to know where we live, they could I don't know, fucking IP track us or some shit. It's so easy to find people's personal information if you just know how to fucking do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine watching or listening to a random podcast you found on YouTube and be like, "Hey, I want to track these guys down."
I hope that it doesn't happen. Wait, okay, yeah, these are the states involved in Super Tuesday in alphabetical order. It's Alabama, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Maine, Massachusetts, Minnesota, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, and Virginia. So right now, wait, why is American Samoa being counted then? It's not listed as something in Super Tuesday. Maybe they just felt that
really
bad for
understand this
Bloomberg.
process, to be honest.
they just voted.
Yeah, American Samoa just they just got added to Super Tuesday so that Bloomberg could have something because they just felt that bad for him.
Yeah, for sure.
Or actually, they probably didn't. He probably put some money in his pockets. He's like, down American Samoa, just give me Samoa.
All I want is their support. I'll drop out.
People in American Samoa were like, "Fuck it, voting time," and they did.
Yeah, there weren't even polls. They just voted anyways. Collectively, they just decided that their choice is Mike Bloomberg.
Yeah, the entire
And
like,
that information was sent to mainland USA just telepathically.
no, the
They're
entire
like, Mike
population,
Bloomberg
the
is our
entire
choice.
population shouted Mike Bloomberg, and then they heard it. They heard it.
They
They're
yelled
like,
it. Every person just like screamed at the top of their lungs, and it created one gigantic sound wave that carried over to wherever everything is being tallied up.
Yeah, and then the people there were just like, I guess the Samoa's voting for Bloomberg then.
Yeah, Bloomberg got Samoa, I guess.
They knew it was Samoa immediately. They're just like, oh, I can tell.
They can tell by the sound wave.
Yeah.
Each state and territory of the U.S. has its own distinct sound wave. If every citizen were to scream at the top of their lungs in unison,
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
the sound
that's
wave
pretty
is
much
actually
common
in the
knowledge.
shape of the state. Like they just use a sound wave analyzer, whatever that's called, and they can see the shape that it's in, and they're like, okay, this is the shape of American Samoa, and they all yelled Mike Bloomberg, so Bloomberg's got Samoa.
Wait, what is the shape? What is the shape of American Samoa?
Where even is American Samoa?
Wouldn't it be like an island or something?
Yeah, I think it's an island.
Yeah, it is an island. It's gotta be.
It's just like somewhere. It's like. Wait, what? It's like.
Well said.
It's off the coast. It's like off the coast of Australia, pretty much.
Of course it is.
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
That doesn't really make sense.
Not
Why
like
is
not
it-
like off the coast, but like it's closer to that than America.
Aight.
I mean, I guess it's in between.
American
Because it's
Samoa.
like in the Pacific Ocean.
So kind of like by Hawaii then?
But like it's more southern, I think. I'm not sure, honestly.
Okay, so anyways, they probably were bought out by Bloomberg. He probably offered the entire island like 10 grand. And they're
No,
like,
50
oh my
total
goodness.
dollars.
He's like, I'll give you $37. They're like, make it 50 and you've got our vote.
Nah, he was like, I'm gonna put $1,000 into the pockets of every American family.
Every American family.
He pulled the Andrew Yang, honestly.
Except he just actually could he fund that himself? Like I know that it's like a $1 billion is like an uncomprehendable amount of money, and he has like 66 billion. But $1,000, he couldn't give each American person $1,000 because he wouldn't he need 3 trillion?
Well, I want to see about
If it's 330 million and 1,000, because there's 1,000 million in a billion.
Okay, I just
So-
want to see about American.
Wait, hold up.
Samoa.
No, he'd need. Or actually, yeah, I think. I'm pretty sure that the math works. It would cost $3.3 billion to give every American $1,000.
Well, let's say we're just talking about American Samoa, because
Or no.
Yeah.
Or I think it would be $330 billion. So yeah, Bloomberg's short.
Right, but
What
Those
if
are
he
too
took his
big of
money and
numbers
then
to
he
do in
didn't
my
get a
head.
say in it?
American Samoa, he would need $55 million. So yeah, he could do that for American Samoa. Just pay
There you go.
everybody $1,000. That's easy.
Yeah.
It just died.
Just vote for my Bloomberg for $1,000, and you get the $1,000.
Well, only if you live in America.
Yeah.
Okay, look. I don't mean to be that guy, but I just seen an Instagram post saying when carnivorous disease Asian people.
Yo, that's kind of true.
I have to agree.
Carnavirus. Carnivorous.
Carnivorous.
Carnivorous disease.
Carnovas.
Carnivorous.
Okay,
I think we've kind of gone dry.
Yeah,
Cornelius.
it's about time to wrap up.
Yeah.
We
Cornelius.
peaked at corn knives.
Corn knives.
All right. Well, this has been the Corn Knife Podcast.
Wait, has it actually been an hour? When did we start? When did you
Yeah,
put
it's
it?
been an hour.
Like the middle 20 to 30
It's literally
minutes
been
really
exactly
flew
an
by.
hour since Craig joined. That's crazy.
Yeah, the first like 25 minutes were extremely weird. But
I was just okay. Uzi is dropping Eternal Atake. Finally,
yeah, I guess so.
I bet he's just not even gonna do it. Like,
he dropped
I
a
think
whole ass
he's
short film, and he's just not gonna do it.
I feel like he's gone out a bit too much to not release it. Like he dropped a whole short film for it. He dropped a single. He's been actually straight up saying
yeah, he
that it's
probably
dropping.
will.
Yeah,
But I just think it'd be funny if he didn't.
that would be
I don't really care at this
hilarious to
point.
be
He
honest.
dropped an
Hold on,
entire
Craig.
short film, and he's just like, nah.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me that much, to be honest. But
Like-
I have a strong feeling he is actually gonna release an album, which is pretty crazy actually.
It's gonna be an album, but it's not gonna be Eternal Atake.
Yeah, what if he just drops like, hey guys, this is my Bandcamp indie debut. I recorded it on
He makes
my
a gospel
mother's
album.
old MP3 player. No, I think he's gonna go full indie. He's gonna like do that thing where that's like terrible for your hair, where you can like straighten your hair to the point where black hair looks white, and then he's gonna grow a huge bushy beard, move to rural Wisconsin with Bon Iver, and then he's gonna record an indie album on like a 1990 MP3 recorder, and then he's gonna release it on Bandcamp, and he's like, the low quality is the artistic choice of me and Bon Iver. This is my indie debut.
I feel like another option or another route he could take is just full on death metal.
Well, that would make too
He
much
should
sense.
drop a collab with the Grips. I think that's the next move.
Yeah.
Denzel Curry should do metal.
I mean, he kinda does.
He
a
does,
little
but like
bit.
I feel like I don't know.
It's like trap metal.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the wave now. Like Zillakami and Mula, they got their whole scene.
I
just kinda-
definitely like the trap metal more than I would ever like any metal, but like it'd be cool to see.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
On the topic of Uzi, what did y'all think of That Way?
I thought it was really nice. It wasn't like phenomenal, but it was enjoyable.
I think a lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot of people were disappointed. To be honest, I don't have super high hopes for Eternal Atake. I don't mean to
Get a
be
whole
that
lot of
guy,
red.
but I feel like whole lot of red if Cardi does release that album will be significantly better.
Yeah.
Eternal Atake is very. I mean, it's kind of like the thing with Astroworld where he was hyping it up for so long. I feel like it.
But like Astroworld was great.
Yeah, Astroworld
Yeah, it
was
was
great,
good.
but it's
A lot of people are disappointed somewhat.
yeah, and
I feel like people who really cared about Astroworld before it was an actual released album were satisfied.
I saw some people that were disappointed. I mean, it's not like it's just the thing with overhyping something for so long that it.
Well, honestly, I'd say like a significant majority of fans who were invested in Astroworld before it was released were satisfied with it.
I think it was really well received, but like there were a bunch of people who weren't fans who were disappointed with it, which kind of happens if like you jump on the hype train for someone you're not a fan of. Like why
That's
would you
facts.
raise your
I feel like
expectations?
most of the disappointment was with people who just jumped onto the hype and they're not really Travis Scott people.
Yeah, and then like I think there were some people who were like satisfied, but also expected like a tiny bit more.
Yeah, and that's fair. I think Rodeo is still by far Travis's best album, but also, like I don't want to be the person that just holds him to that standard because Rodeo is a pretty hard album to beat.
Yeah,
in my
I
opinion.
think people were expecting it to outshine like a lot of his older projects.
Yeah. Okay, real quick unpopular opinion. We need to wrap up and I gotta go, but like real quick unpopular opinion. Owl Pharaoh was god awful. And the days before Rodeo was really mediocre. Like his releases before he had like a real album deal were not good.
I didn't listen to any of those, but what do you think of like Birds in the Trap?
I think that is really overhated. I think it's a good album. It's
like
not
it.
phenomenal, but it's really good.
I like some of the songs off it. I just never listened to it fully.
I'd say for discography ranking, I'd say easily I'd go number 1, Rodeo, number 2, Astroworld, number 3, Birds in the Trap, number 4, Days Before Rodeo, and then just like a massive gap, then Al Pharaoh.
All right. Well, now that we've upset all the Travis Scott fans that are listening to this and have listened all the way to the end, let's wrap.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week, and then
Thank
maybe
you
we'll
for
be doing something
listening
special
to
for
the
the
podcast.
10th episode.
Oh, also, none of us are actually racist, homophobic,
Or homophobic.
sexist,
That's
against
not
disabled
true. That's
rights.
not true.
We're
We are all very
fairly progressive.
We
Yes.
hate everybody, and that goes for each one of you.
We're progressive
We just like
because
humor.
we hate everybody equally.
We hate music too. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah, we've never listened to a song before. We made all that.
If you haven't listened to Man Alive by King Cruel, and y'all should plug your song.
Oh yeah, Man Alive, and we're
Mickey
sponsored
Mouse.
by King Cruel. Man Alive and Mickey Mouse by Inverted Death Grip, SoundCloud, YouTube. Look it up. See,
People have been
see you
telling me to
later.
change it to Life Grips.
Life
be
Life
good,
Grips is a
actually.
meme though. There's like the dude holding up the syringe, and it's like, finally, Life Grips.
All right, we need to wrap. All right.
All right,
All right,
see
yeah,
you
peace.
guys later.
Bye.